The misty dawn crept over the quiet coastal town, shrouding its narrow streets in a damp veil. In a small, cluttered studio perched on the edge of the sea, a lone figure stirred. Lena, a reclusive artist, rubbed the sleep from her eyes and shuffled to the kitchen to brew a pot of coffee. As she waited for the brew to finish, she sorted through the day's mail, her fingers running over the familiar contours of bills and catalogs. But one letter caught her attention, a plain white envelope with her name scrawled in hasty handwriting. Lena's heart quickened as she opened the envelope and pulled out the letter. The words danced across the page in the same frenzied script. "Meet me at the old lighthouse at midnight. Come alone." There was no signature, no indication of who might have written the letter or what they wanted from her. But something about the message resonated deep within Lena. She felt a shiver run down her spine as she read the words again, her mind racing with possibilities. As the day wore on, Lena found herself increasingly distracted by the mysterious letter. She tried to focus on her art, but her brushstrokes were clumsy and uninspired. Her paintings, once vibrant and full of life, now seemed dull and lifeless. She couldn't shake the feeling that the letter was somehow connected to her art, that it held the key to unlocking a deeper level of creativity within her. But as the sun began to set, casting the town in a golden glow, Lena's excitement gave way to a growing sense of unease. As she walked to the old lighthouse that night, the wind whipping her hair into a frenzy, Lena felt a sense of trepidation building in her chest. What did the mysterious letter writer want from her? And why had they chosen to meet at the lighthouse, a place rumored to be haunted by the ghosts of former sailors? As she climbed the creaking stairs to the top of the lighthouse, the beam of her flashlight casting eerie shadows on the walls, Lena felt her fear begin to overwhelm her. But when she reached the top, she was met with a surprise. There was no one there. Just a small, exquisite painting propped against the lantern room's glass wall. The painting depicted a figure standing at the edge of the sea, the waves crashing against the shore in a frenzy of foam and spray. It was Lena's own work, a piece she had created years ago but never shown to anyone. How had it ended up here? And who had written the mysterious letter? As Lena gazed at the painting, she felt a sense of disorientation wash over her. She had always been driven by a fierce ambition, a desire to create art that would be remembered long after she was gone. But in that moment, she realized that her ambition had become an obsession, a constant pressure that had stifled her creativity and left her feeling empty and unfulfilled. The painting, once a symbol of her artistic aspirations, now seemed like a relic of a bygone era, a reminder of the fears and doubts that had held her back for so long. As the night wore on, Lena felt a sense of clarity begin to emerge from the fog of her confusion. She realized that she had been living someone else's dream, chasing a vision of success that wasn't truly her own. The mysterious letter, the painting, it was all a manifestation of her own subconscious, a cry for help from a part of herself that she had long suppressed. And in that moment, Lena knew what she had to do. She would let go of her ambition, her need for validation and recognition. She would create for herself, not for others. As she descended the lighthouse stairs, the wind and darkness swirling around her, Lena felt a sense of freedom that she had never known before. She was no longer bound by her fears and doubts, no longer driven by a desire to prove herself to others. She was free to create, to explore the depths of her own imagination, to follow her heart wherever it might lead. And as she walked back to her studio, the stars twinkling above her like diamonds, Lena knew that she would never be the same again.